Alright, so most of you guys have been asking us why we use power supplies with flat black cables on our client builds. So what's the reason behind we use power supplies with flat black cables on majority of our client builds? So we need to take consideration the types of clients that are visiting our store to either purchase a gaming PC or just a normal PC. For this topic alone, we will be focusing on the clients that are gamers and PC enthusiasts. Clients that are purchasing a normal PC or a regular PC from us, like for work from home, these are clients that are not particular or does not care on how it looks and as long the PC is working. These clients just needs a PC for work and they have a budget. Most of the time they would spend around 15,000 to 25,000 pesos as a maximum for a complete set of PC that includes the monitor, keyboard, mouse, and the rest of the peripherals. These clients will not be included in our discussion. We will be focusing only on our clients that are gamers and PC enthusiasts. Most of the time these clients would spend around 25,000 pesos and above for just the gaming PC alone. And it does not include the monitor, keyboard, mouse, and other peripherals that the client will purchase. Most of our clients that are willing to shell out a budget of 25,000 and above for just the gaming PC alone would mean that they will be purchasing just a base unit for now, and you will be expecting them to return to the store for additional upgrades within 1 to 3 months from the purchase date. During this time, when the client is purchasing, you will be able to gauge them if until how much they are willing to spend, or if probably they will be coming back to the store to consider purchasing upgrades in the long run. This is the reason why that we didn't include these clients that are purchasing normal PCs, because in the first place they don't really care on how the PC would look like. As compared to these clients that are gamers and PC enthusiasts, they have unlimited upgrade path. It means to say that the first time that they will be purchasing a PC at your store, you will be expecting them to come back probably within 1 to 3 months or 6 months or in the long run to purchase additional upgrades on the PC. As it is very obvious from now that these clients will have to go back to the store for additional upgrades within 1 to 6 months from now, you would have to consider that you have to do it right in the first place. As your client is a gamer or a PC enthusiast, you also have to be aware that these clients would tend to brag about their newly bought gaming PC in social media. They will post it as well in social media groups. Now, as they tend to brag about their PCs in social media, posting it everywhere, they will also brag about this to their friends. And most of the time, they will come back to the store with a friend tagging along. And in the end, this so-called friend of a client will also purchase a gaming PC. So there you have it. You have gained another client because your previous client also referred his friend to purchase at the store. You would then reflect, why did you gain another client? It's because the gaming PC that was originally set up for the previous client is good looking. Now seriously, your gaming PC would look like cheap if you will be using power supplies with ketchup and mustard cables. Power supplies with flat black cables will tend to make your gaming PC look like neutral as much as possible. Okay, so imagine you just bought a new gaming PC. You have a good combination of components like motherboard, video card. Those are very good in aesthetics, and as well as your PC case. But after you have assembled everything, then you will soon realize that something is off. And it's the power supplies with the ketchup and mustard cables that are ruining the whole look of the PC. Of course, there is a simple solution to that, wherein you will be purchasing sleeve extension cables for the power supply. However, it will be for a different topic for a different video. Reason number 2 why we use power supplies with flat black cables. It is because it is user-friendly. Being user-friendly means that these cables from the power supply are flat the very first time that you open the packaging. If you as an end user or a computer technician that is trying to build a new gaming PC, you will then appreciate how important it is to have flat black cables on the power supply. Most especially if you are building a gaming PC and dealing with a case that has a very minimum space at the back wherein you will be routing all of the cables. So it would be very difficult to you to cable manage or route all of these cables at the back of the PC. And then you will realize, and it turns out that you will not be able to close the back cover of the PC case. Whereas if you are building a new gaming PC with power supplies with flat black cables, it will be very easy for you to cable manage and route all of these cables at the back of the system, even though if the back of the system has a very minimum clearance. And it would be very easy to reroute all of these cables should there be a need to upgrade any component on the existing PC. Similar to what was discussed and mentioned earlier for this type of clients, you will be expecting these clients to come back at the store to consider upgrades within the next 1 to 6 months probably. They will consider upgrading the video card, probably upgrading additional drives, considering to add all-in-one liquid cooling or additional RGB fans, and etc. When doing this type of upgrades on a client PC, you will have to take everything out, or probably part of the build you have to tear it down, and then you have to install these new components, and then you will have to reroute most of the cables at the back of the PC. And it makes things easier for a system builder to have a power supply with flat black cables, because it's easier to reroute and cable manage again. So there you have it, folks. These are the 2 main reasons why we use power supplies with flat black cables in building a new gaming PC for clients. It's because of number 1, aesthetics, and number 2, being user friendly and functionality. Now, the most common power supplies with flat black cables that we use at our store are the following: Seasonic, FSP, Corsair, Cooler Master, Aerocool, and Deepcool. So hopefully you have learned something on this video. We are just sharing the experiences that we have at our store in building client builds and gaming PCs as well. Like we always say here in Strategic Technologies, even though we have the skill, at least you have the idea. So we will be creating more content like this. Please do help to subscribe, like this video, and hit on the notification bell icon for future videos. Please don't forget also to follow our social media accounts in Facebook, Instagram, and builds.gg.